Hi everybody, welcome back to Sid's Modded Life, episode 118, season 2, of course, with me Sid, and last episode we built this, the second dome in our bird project. Ongoing project, no rush to do it, not actually any physical or reasonable, main reason why we need to do this. This is just one of those things that we need to do because I want to build it. That's all the reason you need. If you need to go looking for more reason than that, then I would suggest you need to reevaluate why you're playing the game. Anyway, today I'll just stick that in there for now. It's not going to stay there, but I want to do a little bit of work on the entrance here. I want to get the queuing, the tills, the point where you pay to go in and visit the birdies. I want all that done. Toilets, that's going to get sorted out. Yeah, stuff like that. And I really don't have any significant plans right now. We do need to obviously maintain this as our wood. We're going to have, I don't know, probably the toilets, possibly even over here. We could potentially use this area. Because we can. This is all the reasons. You probably noticed I took that thing down over there as well. That thing I kept on the little planning when I was planning the reactor. That has been taken down. So let's go back to here. That should give us plenty of space. And I need to think about what we're going to do for the walls and all the other good stuff, because as this stands, there's not a huge amount of space there. Now you're going to have a turnstile thing where you come in and there'll be a person who you pay to go in, and then you go in and obviously you can ogle at the lizards, get yourself some snacks and then head in to see the birds, and work your way around the place. However, beyond that, I also pulled out all the eggs that we've used. So now these are the ones we've got, and those are the ones we've used. We need that, I think. Maybe have we got any more of that kicking around? That's white panel. I'll take it as well. And probably want some of that, and maybe even that for starters. So let's have a think about what we're trying to do here. And as I've said before, this is a purely decorative build. There is no rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. It is just decorative. But like I said before, just because it's decorative doesn't mean it's not something we should do. The point of playing Minecraft is to experiment with these things and see what you can come up with. So what we're going to have is, we're definitely going to have this. This is going to be our, for want of a better, let me just grab a little bit of something out of here. What have we got? Prismarine, that'll do. So you're going to have your counter here, and the counter is going to come around like that. There'll be a testificate in here going serving everybody. Ticket, of course, ticket, and that will be the thing. Just let me sleep, get a little bit more radiation off while we're at it, if we can. It's probably not going to do anything this time around, but every time we sleep, it will get us that a little bit further down to 0, and then we can continue on with. So from here, we're going to have a railing that comes along there, and then, you know, it will, come around like that, and then I'm not going to go mad, by the way. I mean, I realise these kind of railings can go on for an age, so that's probably enough to there just for the railing system, and then we'll have a little bit more space out of here, so it'll come out maybe a couple of that way, and then maybe down as far as some of this, I think, and then I will probably cover most of this water up, because we can. So let me get some basic preliminary work done, and I shall be back with you in a sec. Alright, I'm just getting a basic shape in here at the moment, and this is very clean. Probably a bit too clean for what I want, but we'll live. What I do want, however, is it to have a corrugated iron roof. Now, the best way I can think of getting corrugated iron is, obviously we're not going to have the corrugation, but what we're going to do is we are going to basically come off like that. Now we will overhang the roof. That's a thing that's going to happen. But what we'll do is we'll just get this all the way down, so it's a nice industrial feel to the thing. And that's what I really want. I want it to feel like if you've ever been to these kind of, you know, these exhibitions, these places where these exhibitions happen, then you'll know you'll know the kind of thing we're dealing with here. So if I just go and grab you and take you all the way across here, if I do that all the way up to the middle, that will give me a template to work with. I'm probably going to do something. This will overhang quite a bit over this way, but not much this way, because I've got some ideas just to make this even look more authentic, if you like. And I realise, well, it's for a given value of authentic, obviously. So let me get this done, and I will be right back with you. Alright, got the roof on. I'm just working on the barriers at the moment, but I've also put a gutter down the end, so that gives us our drainage. I haven't put any water in it because it's not a rainy day. Now down here, this is where I want to put our barrier, and I would like to make our barrier out of, I'm done with that. Have I done with this? Hang on, 1, 2, no, I think we put one there as well. That should do the trick. So I want to make our barrier out of mana glass, because mana glass is nice. It's also going to probably form our windows. So let me just grab a few of those. You should be hang on. Alright, you're going to be like that, are you? Mana glass not going to play. Okay, that's fine. We shall make it with a different glass. We'll go with brown, because that's what I've got to hand. But not that brown, because it's horrible. Let me just have a little think. Let me jump in there. No, right, let me jump into here. Grab that. Go in there. Turn you into that. Actually, no. Let's not do brown. Brown is a silly idea. Let me go and just try and find some black, I think. and I shall be back in a second. Alright, I got white, which is there, and we are going to go in with a line where we'll do this. Just to the top. One more, I think, like so, and then we'll do, well, I might as well just do connected material all the way out to there, and then we can grab you, that can go in, we can go into placement mode, and you can go there and there and there, there, there and there. There, and there. And then we'll do an additive to that. Now I realise that obviously this is kind of, you know, going a bit wonky, but there's method to my madness, because we'll get rid of you. We'll take you, we'll change you to connected material, and we'll just chop that out. We shall chop that out, that out, that out, and that out. Now that should give us our Q barriers, which are looking pretty good. I'm happy enough with those. Now this roof is a bit unsupported, so that needs addressing. I also need to sleep, but let me just very quickly saw over here. Now if I remember rightly, I put some kind of girders into the roof of this, and they are at the halfway point. So if I were to copy that and then quickly sleep, I can possibly use that as a basis for a girder to run down the middle there. Now the other question is, have I got any more of, I've got some modern wall lights, I've got some of that. I don't appear to have any more of those. Those are what I would like, but I can take yeah, I can always come back for those if I need them. I can take a few of those though, so say just 8 of them, and we'll get that in. Splodge. Now what we need to do is we need to do a placement. Have I not got enough of that? I've not got enough of the chiseled iron casing. Alright, I'll go that, be back in a second. Alright, we've got that in. All I did is do an additive, chopped out the bit there, and now we can just replace the whole of entirety of the ceiling with that. Now obviously I didn't want the dark stone the floor of the other building, so that worked out quite well for us. Now what I should have done, however, is also gone for some lights, and I don't know whether ceiling lights, let's have a look. They are, yeah, they're not bad. I think I prefer the suspended ones though. Which I don't appear to have in there for definite. So what to use? Well, we can definitely get that one of those there. That is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That kind of matches off there, and if we pop that there and there, maybe one there and there. Now, obviously, these are not lining up with all of the things, but that's fine. And my voice has just decided to crack there. Right, so, oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. What we need is we need to get some of these suspended ceiling lights, probably about 10, I think. So that's another thing I need to grab. It shouldn't take long. While I'm just doing that, so I know I'm talking about the build all the time. And at the time of recording, this was last week, so a couple of days ago, we saw the, how do we put it, the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. Now, interestingly, I was reading a article asking why is it that video game movies fail. There was a kind of a rhetorical question, you know, and you look at some of the video game movies, and to be fair, they don't all fail. I think that's a bit unfair to things like Mortal Kombat, which was it wasn't a roaring success. Oops, that's not what I wanted. But it also wasn't an abject failure either, was it? But of course, everybody who goes back to, you know, the classic video game failures like Bob Hoskins as Super Mario, and you know, you don't have to travel far to find. Why is that so dark there? Intriguing. You don't have to travel hard to find an example of a bad video game movie. And as I say, Super Mario Brothers was an absolute perfect example of a bad video games movie. But so it was interesting that at the same time that people were asking that rhetorical question, that mess, which is, and it can only be described as a mess, let's be brutally honest, it is an absolute train wreck of a movie before we've even seen it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like automatically disliking a movie just because it's you know, it's the thing to dislike. I've seen far too many movies which, whilst not necessarily being good, were not necessarily bad either. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So to sit there and go automatically dismiss a movie because it's going to be bad strikes me as, and also because the critics or the various other people tell you it's going to be bad, strikes me as things like a classic example, the rehash of Ghostbusters. I didn't actually dislike it. I think the biggest mistake they made was making it a rehash, a reboot of Ghostbusters. I think they would have been far better having it as a not a reboot, but a continuation on, you know, 10 years on, and the Ghostbusters was reformed, but with this bunch of annoying comedians. And again, I didn't have an issue with the fact that the cast were all female. You know, that was fine. It just seemed to be that someone somewhere decided that they wanted it to be a train wreck, and consequently that is exactly what they got. Right, so what I want to do here while we're talking, so yeah, I mean, it's not difficult to see why Hollywood keeps on failing so abysmally on these well, for want of a better word, these movies, these video game movies, because they seem to be able to completely fail to understand what makes the video game popular in the first place, or at least that seems to be always my experience of the no, undo. damn it. Alt. Let's just try a plane. I just want to try and make this look a little bit more interesting. And then what we'll do is we'll do connected material, and we'll snip that in a little bit. Gives you a bit of three-dimensionality, doesn't it? Yeah. But that Sonic, it's just the character, the visualization of the character, the artistic direction of the character was shocking. I mean, utterly shocking. I'd like to borrow that if I may. Can I do a placement? I can. And then we'll have the hatch there. That wants to be solid. I'm going to do that, that, and that. We'll work this round in a moment. I just looked at it and I thought, oh, how is that even a hedgehog? Am I the only person who saw that as being an insult to the character? It doesn't. It looks nothing like the character that we all know and love. You know, nothing like him. Oh, damn. This is going to be awkward, isn't it? How am I going to do you? Slabs. Slabs. Let me get a couple more of those. But what we'll do is we'll grab those, and then we'll come up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to slab this lot out. So what I'm trying to do is trying to create a cash register area here that is going to be suitable to keep a villager alive, you know, for slightly longer than 5 minutes. Not necessarily going to work, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we'll get a 4% this time. Are we going to get down to 4%? No, we didn't. Obviously, diminishing returns is going to take more and more sleepings to get rid of the final points of radiation there. Okay, so we'll come out like that. We shall chop that plane away, and then we'll do that, and we shall, I think we'll just use this as a yeah, that works. And then here, what I want to do is, if I were to go and grab connected material, nothing should be able to get through this. However, what I want to do is from here, I want to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, there's a possibility that a mob could stand here and punch through that hole, but I don't think it will be able to see through that hole. At least that's my belief anyway. So, and obviously we're nicely lit in there. What we do need to do, of course, is sort that out, don't we? That's a good point. What we got here? Let me just go and get that corner piece done. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I mean, I think one of the biggest problems is the video games are such a treasured franchise. Video games and manga. I mean, you imagine if Alita Battle Angel had been really bad, and you know, some people may disagree. Some people may say it was really bad. Personally, I think they did a good job with it, but it would annoy people badly. Right, how do I do this? I suppose the obvious thing, yeah. Okay. I need to go and grab something, so I'll do that and be back in a second. All right, I need one thing. I realise I'm rambling, by the way, when I'm talking about these things. I have no prepared script or anything for this. This is just me, I don't know, riffing is, I think, possibly a word that we may use. I want one of those. Yeah, I'm not too worried about all of that. I will take those, and I will take those. Yeah, we could take a bit of that. And alien poster? Not really. Well, I suppose it's eggy. We'll definitely take the chalkboard. That will be a start. So, yeah, there's a variety of things which we can use to decorate this. And what we need to do is decide where, if anywhere, we're going to put them. I don't know whether that really fits, and maybe we'll take that back down. Before we do that, we need to do something else important. We need to get you down, and we're going to place that down, and you are going to have a cash register on you. Excellent. We're going to place that there, and then we're going to go, and we are going to, and then we're going to take that out. And here we have, I'm not worried about the monster ball. Here we have our teller. Now I can see him and I can theoretically punch him. As I say, I don't know whether Zombie is going to be able to do that. So the proof of that pudding will be in the eating, I suppose. We can perhaps get a little bit of Jurassic Park action going on there. Put a few photos on there. Pinboard. Maybe have a pinboard down there. Photos of visitors from, you know, other things. And yeah, I think that's got to go. That doesn't really work at all. That's terrible. Okay, so we'll pretend we didn't see that. So the only other things to do in here, apart from a bit of decorating and some work outside, is through here. If I 1, 2, 3, 4, that 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do us. Oops, that was a little bit faster than I anticipated. So let me get that set back to there for a temporary. And yeah, I need to do a little bit of building work here, and I shall be back in a mo. And this episode has been very buildy. As I say, has no practicable uses whatsoever. But we've got that. We've got toilets. We can go into the ladies, and in the ladies we've got 4 cubicles, all nice, and mirror. Now what I didn't have is mirrors, and I realise these might be a little bit big, but I can't imagine a toilet, a ladies' toilet, without mirrors. And because, you know, we'll just put one of those there. The rest can go in. Gents, urinals, we can have a little tinkle, and of course we've got those, so that's all good. Right, now what else have we got? Now I was thinking that we've got a couple of these vents, so we'll pop those aircon units on the wall, and maybe just one up here out the way. That kind of works. Then we've got probably, oh, what shall we do? We'll go, I've got some more vending machines, because these places are always about the money. So we'll pop a Coke machine there. We'll have a payphone on the wall. Something you see less and less of these days, strangely enough. Water fountain and another vending machine like so. And then, now I'm not sure which is the better one to go with. We can get that in and maybe place that on there. Again, just because this is, you know, a busy, an entry area, and we will keep it looking pretty good like that. And I think that is the entry for our aviary done. Now we still need, we still need to have some stuff out here. Obviously we're just a building floating in the middle of nowhere at the moment. I had to build up that wall to cover some back walls there, but on the whole, I don't dislike that. Once we've got it, and once we've got some more built up on the outside and some greenery, I think that will start to really blend in nicely. So yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I may have a break from this next episode. We'll see. And until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.